horrible. Horrible. Cold bones are a horrible thing to go through. And the pain that it gives you, the arthritis it gives you, horrible. But I want to help people, because a lot of people have been abandoned by family, friends, you name it, go on. A lot of people. And a lot of people don't know how to deal with abandonment. Me included in a lot of ways. I've been abandoned by people the majority of my life. Pretty much everyone in my life abandoned me. For the longest time, I thought it was me. I don't believe that anymore. I believe it is the actions of evil people, abandonment. Knowing how painful it is. Knowing how it's like being abandoned is like taking all the air out of the atmosphere and you're just literally suffocating. Always suffocating, being abandoned. All the times you're abandoned, you're thinking it's you. It's not. It's not you. It says more about the person who abandoned you than it does you. You were loyal. You were kind. You were there. You put your back on the line. You did everything you can to keep the relationship going. They want to make you feel like you weren't good enough. They want to make you feel like you did something wrong. The reason why they left you had nothing to do with you. It was their own insecurities. It was their own paranoia. It was their own cruelty coming out. And this is something when you're abandoned you have to see. That it's not you. It's them. They're the ones with the problem. Because you were the one willing to stay. How many times did you forgive that person who abandoned you? How many times you let their behavior slide? How many times? How many times did you try and try and try and try? But it seems you were never listened to. You were never appreciated by the person. You were never cherished by the person. Instead, you were disposable to them. Not because there was something wrong with you, but because there's something wrong with them. They're the ones who chose to walk away. They're the ones who chose to break your heart when you chose never to break your heart or their heart. And trust me, if they come back and say, let's try again, don't give that chance. Because if they're willing to abandon you once, they're willing to abandon you again when things start becoming inconvenient to them. I have a tendency in my family where my family are very narcissistic, evil family. My family has a tendency of abusing those and abandoning those they deem weaker in their family, the family members. I know this because my cousins went through the same thing. In each sibling in my family, I have cousins of each sibling of my parents, right? In each family, they decide to choose one child to pretty much treat like garbage. And my aunt, it was my cousin Mandy who was the focus on being treated like shit by her own family. Always the snide, arrogant remarks to her. Always the sarcasm, always trying to make it seem like she's a joke in the family. And she never recovered. She died of a drug overdose because she couldn't live with the pain anymore. My cousin Kelly, completely abandoned by the family, completely isolated from them. Always said she's the crazy one. Don't go after Kelly, she's the crazy one in the family. No. What Kelly reveals is how cruel the family can be. And it's been like that for generations within my family. Family members picking their weakest child and exploiting them to abandonment. And all of them felt like they were nothing, that they weren't good enough. Some of us survived, some of us didn't. But it is a generational curse that has been going through my family for generations now. Picking a child out to be the pariah. And the fucked up thing with my family, they use their children to hurt the ones they abandon. They go back to the children and like, oh, we love you, we want to be with you, but they never did it to the people who they abandoned. The children who they mocked in my family, the children who they chose to be the pariah in the family. They never take accountability for that. I don't think they ever will take accountability for all the pain they've caused to the weaker members of the family, the ones who do have mental problems, the ones who have gone through things, the ones who haven't had a perfect life. Same thing happened to my cousin Terry. He was treated like shit by the family. He's the pariah. He's the one that's doing the wrong in the family. When they're completely oblivious to what they do to their own family members who aren't perfect. And here's the thing with my cousins, I never saw anything wrong with them. The ones who were picked out to be the pariahs in the family. I always thought they were nice people. Caring, decent people. Oh. Now I see it. My narcissistic family wasn't going after the weakest. They were going after the empaths in the family. That's who they chose to target. I always thought it was the weakest in the family. No. It was the actual empaths in the family. The actual people who felt. They were the targeted ones in my family. The empaths. The ones who cared. And then they all act like they care about each other, but they don't give a damn about each other. They never check in on each other. They just play it when they're like having their little fucking reunions with each other, that they care, but they don't really care. My cousin Mandy died because she was never respected in the family. My cousin Kelly was ostracized from the family. I was ostracized from the family. Anyone who actually cared, you're gone. You have no use to us. And that's how I see it. I don't see my family caring about me. I don't see them giving a damn about me. Neither does my cousin Kelly. Neither does my cousin Terry. We don't see our family giving a shit about us. At all. They don't check on us. They don't say, how are you doing? Strangers on the internet are more kinder to me than my own family. I'm sure Kelly would agree. Well, that's what it is. Just like other narcissists. In my little narcissistic family, and you can tell they're all narcissistic. Celebrities in the family, judges in the family, lawyers in the family, all of these people who think they're pompously better than others. And they shut the ones that didn't have the easy life down. That's what my family does. I know a lot of families aren't like that. I get that. But I never had that experience in my family. And I know a lot of people can relate. to me. They've had families similar. But, yeah, it wasn't a good time in my family. It was always misery in my family. Always made me feel bad about myself. I was always the joke of the family, always picked on. Even when tears are coming down my face, I'm still being picked on and told what a drama queen I was for reacting to their abuse, to their hatred. They did the same thing to Mandy and Kelly. My narcissistic family who thinks they're better than everyone else. And they're not, they're dirtbags. Dirtbags. Not checking up on your family members, you're a dirtbag. Abandoning those who are different than you, you're a dirtbag family. You ain't a good family. You're dirtbags. I have no respect for my lineage anymore. Because I recognize what kind of people they are. I recognize how cold and callous they are. And how this love thing they have is all bullshit. Because they never check on each other. My family's destroyed lives, man. They've broken other family members down. Made them feel so low about themselves for just trying to exist, just trying to live. That's when you realize that it never was you to begin with, it was always them. That's why I told you the story about my family. So you know that it's never you why you were abandoned. It was them. They made the choice to be cruel to you, not you. They made that choice. They were the ones who couldn't see family, who overlooked blood, trust, loyalty, love. They overlooked it. They didn't care. They didn't want it from you. Probably because they were jealous that you loved more than they ever could combined. So don't feel bad when someone abandons you, because it's not you. It's them and their coldness and callousness. You didn't choose to be hurt by these people. They chose to hurt you. So don't take that responsibility